Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. Today in this video lecture, I am going to discuss important works published by Walt Whitman. I am beginning this video lecture by discussing his first work titled as Franklin Evans. Another title of this work can be Franklin Evans or the Inebriate semicolon, A Tale of the Times, published in the year 1842. It was originally published as a supplement to the New World, a temperance tract or novel. It's a story of a poor guy whose name is Franklin Evans, who in his life was born to a very low family but later on becomes a rich man. This work describes his journey of a young man who learns through his mistakes and later on became excessively rich. Here is another work which is titled as Leaves of Grass. Title of this work is taken from an essay which is titled as The Poet by R.W. Emerson. It's a sort of poetry collection. Title of this work is ironic because leaves here means pages and grass is slang for inferior creative efforts. Inspired by his travels through the American frontier and by his admiration for Ralph Waldo Emerson. Emerson declared the first edition of this work as the most extraordinary piece of which contains wit and wisdom that America has yet contributed. Leaves of Grass is a reference to the symbolic connection between simple, natural, and organic elements. Ultimately, it also symbolifies diversity and interconnectedness of humanity. The first edition of this work did not bear Whitman's name on the cover and is only contained of 12 untitled poems. Whitman self published the first edition. It means he took most of the publishing expenses himself. It was considered controversial at the time for its celebration of sensuality, sexuality, and the body. By talking about these things, he sought to challenge existing moral and social norms. Whitman embraced free verse style in this particular poetry collection. Free verse means breaking away from traditional rhyme and meter. And also, he used long rhythmic lines and catalogues of images and experiences, which gives his poem a distinct and unconventional structure. Leaves of Grass grew to include more than 400 poems. Leaves of Grass addresses a wide range of themes which includes democracy, individualism, nature, the self, the body, immortality and interconnectedness of all beings. So his poems try to celebrate the diversity of human experiences and identities, emphasizing the importance of embracing and accepting all aspects of life. Whitman's use of vivid and detailed imagery in Leaves of Grass paints a vibrant portrait of America in the mid 19th century. His poem tried to depict urban scenes, landscapes, laborers, and everyday people, capturing the spirit of the growing nation and its complex social and cultural fabric. Leaves of Grass has had a profound impact on many subsequent poets and writers, both in America and around the world. That is why it is considered as a foundational work of American literature and a key influence on the development of modern poetry. Notable poems in this sort of poetry collection includes Song of Myself, I Sing the Body Eclectic, The Sleepers, and also O Captain, My Captain, which is an elegy on Abraham Lincoln. Here I am discussing Song of Myself. When this poetry was published, it had no title in the 1855 edition. In 1856, this particular poetry collection or this particular poetry is called A Poem of Walt Whitman, an American, and in the year 1860, it was simply termed as Walt Whitman. He gave the title Song of Myself in the year 1881. The poem begins with the speaker stating, I celebrate myself and sing myself. In these lines, he indicates a sense of self confidence and self awareness. Then he states that everyone is born in an equal manner and they have freedom to explore and express their own identity freely. The speaker describes human connection to nature. Here he states that they are as much a part of the natural world as any plant or animal. The poem contains philosophical tone discussing ideas of time and how everyone eventually returns to dust. Here speaker acknowledges the inevitability of death but finds comfort in the cycle of life and the connections between all living things. The speaker expresses a deep sense of empathy for all human beings and celebrates the diversity of experience and multitude of voices. He, in a way, rejects notions of superiority or hierarchy. The poem explores themes of individuality and importance of expressing one's true self. It means he encourages others to embrace their unique qualities and to be unapologetically themselves. This poem also touches on the political and social issues of its time, and in a way this poem addressed the struggles of slavery and the need for equality and justice. The poem ends with a sense of unity and interconnectedness as the speaker states, I too am not a bit tamed. I too am untranslatable. I sound my barbaric yawp over the roofs of the world. Here, speaker is refusing to be silenced or contained and celebrate their own voice and individuality in these lines. Then with this video lecture ends here. Hope this video lecture will help you in your UGC NET English Literature exams. Thank you.